Hello, Los Angeles! Hello, California! Hello, Compass! I can't believe there are 2,000 people in this room. And another 7,000 watching live. You know, I remember our first all-team meeting had less than 20 people in it. And that was a big deal. I was nervous. It was in our first office, which was the original set for the Law and Order TV show. It was the police station where it was all green walls and the tables. That's literally where we worked for the first couple months. To think how far we've come from that to all of this. And it's just an indication of how much further we can go. So today I want to start by giving an update on our 2020 vision. 20% market share in the top 20 cities by 2020. You remember when we said that last year, it sounded crazy. And the truth is, it probably was. We were in less than 10 markets. We had less than 5% market share in any of them. And we hadn't raised $1 billion that we raised since. So where are we now? I dream big like you dream big. And right now, we are in the top 20 markets in the country. But I want to share with you why we're growing so fast. You deserve to know. It's not growth for growth's sake. It's not revenue for revenue's sake. It's because I love this company. I love this industry. And I love you. And I want the future of this industry to be determined by whatever you want, not by companies that are designed to displace you, to devalue you, and to discount you. You know, billions of dollars are being spent to minimize the role of the agent, to minimize the human experience. I want to elevate the role of the agent. I want to elevate the human experience. People ask often, what's the secret sauce of Compass? And I say it's simple. It's the agents, it's their ideas. They know exactly what this industry should look like. They're doing all the work every single day. All Compass has to do is turn their ideas, your ideas, into reality. Turn your dreams into action. And so today, we're going to start by hearing from Rob Lehman, our Chief Growth Officer. He's going to talk about how he's taking your ideas and creating programs around them. And then we're going to hear from Maëlle Gave, our COO, and her team about how she's taking your ideas and creating a technology platform around it. And then you're going to hear from me about my biggest dream for this company. But before we begin, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the tragic wildfires that have devastated California. Over 100 lives have been lost, and over 10,000 homes are gone. It's been as personal for Compass as it has been for the community. 10 of our agents have lost everything. But as a company, we came together, and we raised almost $100,000 to support them during these times. I couldn't be more thankful that we're a company that from across the country can come to support, not just when people are doing well, but when people need it like this. So thank you for that. Now, without further ado, let me start with introducing Robert Lehman.
Thank you, Robert. I am obsessed with entrepreneurs. It's the single thing that's inspired me my entire life. I started my first business when I was in 4th grade. It was a basketball camp for 3rd graders. And it was called Fundamental Skills. Branding, never been my forte. And just so that we're all on the same page here, this was 4th graders teaching 3rd graders how to play basketball. and I had no fundamental skills whatsoever to impart on anyone. But what I had was a passion for entrepreneurs. And I went on to chase that passion. I chased that passion all the way around the world. I worked with entrepreneurs on every single continent. It's a lot of time searching. It's a lot of time traveling. But I found my place here at Compass, where I get to work with 7,500 entrepreneurs every single day, our agents. Imagine that, working with, dreaming with entrepreneurs every day. Are you kidding me? I'm like a kid in a candy store. I started my journey at Compass 5 years ago. I was in over my head. I remember being distinctly unsure how you're supposed to dress at a technology startup. And I remember this moment where I was nervously shuffling my index cards as I spoke to an all-team meeting of 20 people. Now I've watched our community grow to 9,000. As I've watched that, I've seen it defy logic. I've seen the way that the bonds of this community have grown stronger, not weaker. I've seen the way that our dreams have gotten bigger, not smaller. I've witnessed the way that our fire, our optimism, has grown sharper, not dulled by reality. I think that there's one reason why. What we're building collectively at Compass, it's more than just a business. It's a movement born from our common belief that together we can elevate this industry, that together we can shape what's next. And what's next is what I'm here to talk to you about today. I'm excited to roll out the third chapter in the Compass growth story. The first chapter was about breadth. It's expanding Compass into new cities across the country. That chapter is alive and well. We started the year with 30 offices. We're going to finish the year with over 150. By the end of next year, we'll have well over 300. The second chapter in the Compass growth story was about depth. Amazing agents in every single market coming together to drive towards this vision of 20% market share. Now, I promise you that those chapters are not coming to a close anytime soon. But the third chapter in the Compass growth story is you. It's growing your businesses. I am proud to announce that Compass is going to be investing $250 million in growing your businesses. So that's $250 million committed directly to you. So why? Why are we deciding to invest directly in you? It's 3 reasons. The first is because hardly anyone else is. As I see agents across the country, I see them waking up every single morning obsessing about one thing: how to deliver for your clients. Is anyone obsessing about you the way that you obsess about your clients? At Compass, we believe that there aren't enough people out there who are treating agents like clients. The second reason, because it makes financial sense. It's one of my favorite things about our business. Our interests are entirely aligned. The only way that we can achieve our potential is if we help you grow your business and achieve yours. And finally, it's because we fundamentally believe in the virtue of the real estate agent. Now, I've met with thousands of agents across the country. I've met with them in coffee shops. I've met with them in cars, in offices, in homes. And I have seen the deeply personal impact that each of you has. I've seen the way in which you are shepherding people through the single most important financial and emotional decision that they can possibly make. You are trusted with the most intimate details of people's lives, and you serve them without a guarantee of being paid on the back end. Being a real estate agent is a deeply noble profession. We are proud to serve real estate agents. I am proud to serve real estate agents. So that's the why. But I'm sure you're all wondering the how. How are we going to spend this money? I'm excited to roll out 5 programs today that are already in motion that'll give you a sense for how we're looking to invest this to grow your business. The first opportunity exists because our very own Robin McCary bounced back with passion. Now, Robin didn't go to college, but she was a real estate natural. She came out of the gate, her first year, connecting with clients, building her brand, closing deals. Life was good for Robin. She lived with her husband, their 9-year-old son, in a home that they loved. But then things got tough. Robin's husband left her. Robin got sick. She required emergency surgery. She couldn't work for 8 months. Between the divorce, the medical bills, raising her son, she accumulated a lot of debt. Her son and her ended up having to move out of the home that they loved and into a 600-square-foot house, so small that when the Christmas tree fell down that year, it landed on the bed. At the end of 2015, Robin joined Compass. That's when I met her for the first time. Robin was still, confidence was shot a little bit. She was in a financial hole. She's playing a lot of defense. But this was a fresh start for Robin. And she had an idea for how she could start playing some offense. So she gave us a call. And she outlined for us in meticulous detail how she would invest in her business if she was just given the opportunity to. So we decided to give Robin an interest-free loan so that we could bring that plan to life. With it, she hired an assistant, she hired a coach, and she invested in her brand. In her first year with Compass in 2016, Robin went on to sell 9 homes. In her second year, it gets better. In her second year, she more than doubled that to 19. And as of today, with a month left to go in the year, I'm proud to say that Robin has sold an incredible 30 homes. Now, Robin paid back that initial loan from Compass, but she also paid off her entire debt, and she moved back into the home that she loved. It's really incredible. It's amazing when you think about it, that a loan, if given the right way, can make someone debt-free. This was a real light bulb moment for us. How many other agents out there are operating below their potential simply because they don't have access to money to invest in their business? You all know that you're business owners. Businesses grow because they invest money in their business. And yet if you're an agent, how are you supposed to do that? Where are you supposed to get the money from? A small amount of seed funding turned around Robin's business and turned around her life. So we had to ask ourselves, how can we scale this to the entire Compass community? In September, we rolled out the Agent Betterment Fund. Interest-free loans. Interest-free loans that you can invest in yourself and in your business, and that you pay back on your timeline. We've already distributed over $30 million of these loans, and that's just the start. By the end of next year, we expect to give out over $100 million of loans, and we can't wait to see what you do with them. Now, the amazing thing is that this wouldn't have existed were it not for Robin McCary. So Robin, I want to say thank you so much. Our second opportunity is simple. It's about how do we help our agents win more listings. We want to put you in more living rooms, pitching to clients, and we want to help you win a higher percentage of those presentations. So we know that simple cosmetic improvements to a home can elevate the price of that home. You know that your clients are often unwilling or unable to make those investments. So we're going to make them for them. Compass Concierge completely funds all of the cosmetic improvements that you could possibly make to a home. Compass funds the cost of these: staging, renovations, landscaping, cleaning. We cover the cost up front. And then when the home sells, you simply add it to the cost of the commission. It's a simple way for you to differentiate yourself in a crowded marketplace, to get in front of more clients, and win a higher percentage of listings simply by serving your clients better. Our third program is about an opportunity to help you create transactions that would otherwise never have happened. I bet that every single one of you out there can think of an owner right now that would be willing to sell their property if they just had certainty of where they would end up next. Compass is going to give you that certainty. The Compass Bridge Loans program. Fair, simple bridge loans that you can connect with your client so that you can help your client buy a home, move into it, and have them sleep in peace while you sell their current residence for them. Our fourth opportunity exists because of a number of conversations that we had with agents across the country that yielded a blindingly obvious insight. While you're running your business, you don't have anyone to manage it for you. Now, of course, you know your top line. You know how many homes you've sold. But do you really have time on a monthly basis to review your P&L, to look at every cost item, to see which advertising expenses are yielding returns and which are a waste of money? To consider what your org chart should look like, how many people should be working in it, what you should be paying them. 100% of agents are CEOs, but fewer than 1% of agents have COOs, Chief Operating Officers. So at Compass, we're going to create a program that gives every agent access to a world-class COO. Here's how we're going to do it. If there's one thing that we know how to do, it's go out and hire incredible talent. So we're going to go out and hire the best and the brightest operational leaders and bring them to Compass. And then you, our agents, will for the first time have the opportunity to see what it feels like to work with a world-class chief operating officer and have someone help manage your business while you run it. And finally, the core of the Compass brand has always been simplicity, making the real estate process easier for you and for your clients. And don't get me wrong, I love Agent Betterment. It's magic, distributing interest-free loans to our agents. But could it be simpler? Could Betterment be better? Asking for approval for loans, it's slow. It's bureaucratic. It's not Compass. So we asked ourselves, what would the Compass way of distributing loans to our agents be? How do we make it frictionless? How do we make it fun? I'm excited to introduce, for the first time, the the Compass card. One card, one solution for all your business needs. No more approvals, no more waiting. You make a business decision to make an investment, and you put it on that card. It is fully integrated into our system so that you can see the full insight of your business live, and then you just pay the cost out of your future commissions on your timeline. Compass is already powering you from your phones. And from your laptops. Now, Compass is going to be powering you from your wallet as well. So look, I know that I just walked through a lot of different programs. So to recap, we're going to do 5 things. We are going to invest in your businesses through interest-free loans. We are going to help you win a higher percentage of your listings through Compass Concierge. We are going to help you make transactions happen that wouldn't otherwise have happened through Compass Bridge loans. We're going to give you the opportunity to work for the first time with world-class COOs, and we're going to let you manage your entire business through one simple Compass card. Now, you'd be very justified in asking the question, who's going to oversee all of these programs? Well, I'm really excited to announce that we have someone fantastic who's going to do just that. Mike Cassetta is joining us from Square, where he was the global head of sales. At Square, Mike was responsible for the business growth of 3.5 million entrepreneurs across the world. And I am so excited for him to join our team and help us write this next chapter. This is a pivotal time in the history of this industry. It seems like everyone is bracing for a world in which the real estate agent is displaced. At Compass, we're not bracing for that world. At Compass, we believe in something different. We believe that between the investments that we make, your hard work, the technology that we can put in your hands, that we can create a future where the real estate agent is at the center, fueled with capital to invest in your business, powered by simple technology, catapulted to your full potential, more productive than you've ever been in your lives. This is our vision for the next chapter in the Compass growth story. This is our vision for real estate reimagined. Thank you. And now, I'm excited to welcome to the stage Maëlle Gavet.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right, today I am going to talk about Compass technology. And I want to start off by speaking to all our agents who have followed us on this journey to build the most powerful technology platform for real estate. And I want to say something very simple. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for believing in us. I want to say thank you for using our tools. Thank you for all your feedback. Thank you for pushing us relentlessly to be solution-driven and for helping us to be a little better every single day. I think when I think about where we are, all of us, we have embarked on a pretty challenging and ambitious journey together. You know, historically, you have relied on hundreds of disconnected systems and services, and you have operated in a very, very fragmented environment from a technology perspective. And so we at Compass, we've decided that the focus of our technology should be about getting rid of that fragmentation. It should be about integration. Integrating the systems, the data sets, the services, all of that in one single platform so that you can interact with your clients on this platform, manage the entire transaction in one place. Now, I think we all agree that Compass is no stranger to dream big and have a technology vision for the future of real estate. That's not what we're going to talk about today. Today, my team and I, we're going to talk about what exists right here, right now. We're going to talk about what our product and engineering team has been building for you and continues to work on. I'm going to welcome two members of my team, Rory, which is our newly appointed general manager for the New York region. And Kayla, which is one of our senior product managers. And they're going to walk you through this platform as it exists today. No dream, just reality. So that next time when you're in front of a potential client, and the client asks you about the Compass technology, and how this technology is a differentiator for you versus competition, you will be able to showcase how you serve them better thanks to it. You'll be able to explain how you can find untapped demand for their listings, how AI helps you do things that you couldn't be doing on your own, and a lot of other things that Kayla and Rory are going to talk to you about. So with that, I'm going to welcome Rory to the stage.
Thank you, Maëlle. Hello, Compass. My name is Rory Gollad, and I came to Compass 4 years ago when we only had about 40 agents and 40 employees. Even then, we knew, and I knew, that we had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to collaborate with each other and uplift an entire industry. So to be standing here before the 2,000 people in this room is truly an honor. Thank you for believing in Compass. Now, I often find myself helping to explain the value of the Compass technology to our agents and to our employees, as well as those who are not as familiar with how our business works, such as buyers and sellers. I want to share with all of you the language that I use to help sell the value of the Compass technology. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's actually quite simple. Now, we all know that listings are the lifeblood of our industry. You all work so hard and go above and beyond to get listings. And I know, as Compass agents, all of you help your clients sell their homes better than anyone in this industry. So today, to help you do that, I want to share with you how you can sell the value of the Compass technology to potential sellers. But before we actually go through what you can say, let's start at the beginning of that journey with a potential seller, with a scenario that's probably quite familiar to many of you. You have a meeting with a potential seller, and you need to create a listing presentation. Now, sure, you might have something that's printed, it's on the shelf, that you can grab and take with you, but wouldn't it be better to fully customize something that's specific to that client and their home? Well, at Compass, you should go into Marketing Center and create a listing presentation. It's fully customizable, includes regional data, important content, comps, and I'm proud and excited to announce that in early 2019, we will be launching a fully digital version of the listing presentation on the iPad that you can edit on the go. So now with that digital version on the iPad, you have the meeting with the seller. We want to create a world where Compass agents win every listing. And we know that the most important question that that seller is going to ask you is, how are you going to find the buyer to my home? So today, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you can say to that potential seller that'll not only help you get the listing, but also find the buyer. So I want us all together to take a moment and imagine ourselves actually in the home of that seller. And I'm going to share with you the language I would use if I were in that room, as if I were a Compass agent. So let's begin. First, 80% of the transactions in your market are co-broked, meaning there's an agent who represents the buyer and an agent who represents the seller. Therefore, 80% of my energy as your agent should be focused on putting your property in the hands of those agents. Now, I could email thousands of agents in the market, but many of them actually won't have the buyer for your home. It makes more sense for me to email agents who have done similar transactions in this area, as those are the agents who actually have a higher likelihood of bringing the buyer. Well, at Compass, I simply go into the network tool, and I put in your address. Now, our system knows your home is a 3-bed, 3-bath in West Hollywood. And so I immediately see a list of all the agents who have done similar transactions in the area. And with a click of a button, I can notify all of them about your property and encourage them to bring their clients. And if the buyer of your home happens to be coming from out of town, well, I can do what I just did across all of our markets. Over 150 offices putting your property in the hands of agents throughout the United States. Now, the other way I can bring buyers to your property that are working with an agent is through the Compass CRM. In fact, right now, I actually have a listing that I'm selling that's very similar to your home. Now, I can go into our system, and I can see that there are multiple Compass agents who have clients that I don't know the names of, but have looked at that property multiple times over the last few days. I can reach out to each one of those agents and say, hey, I saw that your client, the ID number 486, looked at my property 3 times last week. Why don't we schedule a private showing? Putting your property in their hands and quickly letting them know where to go. Now, let me explain how I can bring the buyers who are not working with agents to your property. Your home is similar to these 3 homes that are currently on the market. But don't think of them as comps. Think of them as your competition. Because anyone who's going to be interested in your home is most likely going to be interested in these homes as well. Now, in the Compass system, I can see that there are over 3,500 people who've gone on to Compass.com and have seen these listings, your competition, over the last number of months. I can bring those buyers to your home by targeting them with ads of your property on Facebook, Google, and Instagram, essentially taking the buyers from your competition and bringing them to your property. Now, it's also important to know that as an experienced agent in your market, I've sold a number of homes like this in the past. And every time I sold one of those homes, I did an open house. And in each open house, I had visitors come to the property and sign in with their name, email address, and phone number in the Compass Open House app. And as you can see, over the last number of months, there were over 500 people that came to see those properties. Now, since they came to see homes that are similar to yours, I have a feeling they might be interested in your home. And while they might not have liked that first home they came to see, they might like yours. Very easily, I can reach out to each one of those buyers and encourage them to come see your property. Now, lastly, email is not the only thing I can do. I can create beautiful marketing material as if I were a professional designer in a matter of moments using Marketing Center. You see, before I came to Compass, if I wanted to create a brochure for your home, an Instagram post, an email newsletter, I would have had to log into 3, 4 different systems. It would have taken me hours. But at Compass, what took me 4 hours only takes me 4 minutes. And the best part is with all that extra time, I can spend that much more time focused on you and helping to sell your home. Those are just a few of the ways that you can sell not only the value that the Compass technology and the unique advantage it gives you, but the unique value that you bring as a Compass agent. So to walk through how you can sell the value of the Compass technology to your buyers, I want to welcome Kayla to the stage. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayla, and I'm a senior product manager on the tech team here at Compass. Like many of you, I'm obsessed with real estate. In fact, I bought my own apartment in New York City. And, oh, thank you, yeah. And after working at Compass, I feel like I can honestly say that I would have had a much better experience if I had worked with one of you, empowered by our technology. With that, let's switch to the buy side for a moment. I would like to share with you the 5 reasons that you can share with a buyer to explain why they should spend their time searching for a home with you and not someone else. Let's pretend that you're working with a client who's looking for a home in West Hollywood. In the Compass app, you can simply click over to search, draw a custom boundary, and enter in their maximum price point. Oh, they mentioned they want a swimming pool as well. Just type swimming pool into the search bar. Next, you select the properties that are interesting, and there is no need to scan through any additional filter options. Okay, if I were talking to this buyer, here's what I would say. Traditionally, what I would have to do is email you 8 links to different properties. You would then have to open up all of these links in different tabs, which isn't a great experience. However, if you work with me, none of that is an issue, because at Compass, we have a beautiful tool called Collections. Collections is a visual portfolio of properties. All of the homes are in one place, so I don't have to email you 8 different links. You'll also get notified in real time if there's a price change or if one of the homes is sold. Typically, if we were to communicate about these homes, it would be over text, phone call, email, in person, all of those conversations happening in different places and not being captured. With Collections, we can communicate together right here. You can add comments and tell me what you like and don't like, and I can even add in unique information about the listing that might not be clear from the listing description. For example, this home gets great natural light, so let's make sure to go and see it during the day. Also, we know that this decision isn't going to be made by just you. Let's say that your spouse is traveling, but of course, you want them to be kept in the loop about what's been going on. Well, just add them to the collection. All right. After going back and forth with this buyer, you have a good sense for the properties they're interested in. It's time to go on tour. In only 10 minutes, you can create a tour of each of these homes. Compass's technology allows you to push a button from within a collection to create a tour sheet with the route automatically calculated, the map created, and the schedule set. If you need to change the order of an appointment, simply move it and hit save to notify all of the listing agents. Traditionally, it would have taken hours of your time to find all of the agent contact information and chase them down. Instead, this saves you hours of time, so you can spend more of your time working with your clients and helping them find their home. Now, this is only possible because of all of the agent contact information, listing data, and Google Map functionality that is already integrated into the Compass platform. So, you're on tour with these clients, and they start asking you about price. Traditionally, brokerages create quarterly market reports that are 40 pages long, which not everyone has the time to read. They're also based off of old stale data from last quarter. That's useless. You need access to real-time data at your fingertips. Well, open the Compass app, and you'll see pricing data for specific neighborhoods, and you can even filter on specific property types. That client you're on tour with, they're looking for a 2-bedroom home, and we can see that the median price for active 2-bedroom listings is $1.8 million. We can also see that closed prices for 2 beds is $1.6 million, about 10 to 15% below ask. You can now use this information and go back to your client and say, based on the data, homes are closing for about 10 to 15% off of what they're listed as. Look, active prices are just guesses. We all know that the real prices are the closing prices. That said, I think we can make an offer that's about 10% below ask, and there's still a good chance that we're going to get the deal done. Access to data from the entire market, available immediately and in the palm of your hand. Guess what? That client you've been working with, they made an offer on a property, and it was accepted. They're thrilled. They have a new home, and you'll get referrals in the future. It was Compass's technology, combined with your expertise, that help you win that buyer and deliver a seamless experience. One platform managing unlimited situations and saving you hours every day. And now I'd like to welcome Mael back to the stage.
All right, thanks, Kayla. Thanks, Rory. So this is it. These tools are available for you right now, right here. We built these tools so that you could combine your high-touch approach with high-tech. And so at every step of the way, you can deliver differentiated services to your clients. And the beauty of that is that everything is based on your input. Last year, we launched the feedback tool. And since then, we have collected 40,000 pieces of feedback from you. And this feedback we use every month, every week, every day to improve our core technology. And our commitment to you is that your feedback is going to remain at the center of every technology decision that we make now and in the future. So in 2019, based on your feedback, we are going to be obsessed about improving our existing tools. This is an actual personal promise to you. Now, there is, however, a completely new idea that one of you has submitted. And it did receive a lot of upvotes from you. Actually, a little more than 400 of you have upvoted this idea. And this idea is the need for a vendor services marketplace. A marketplace where you will be able to connect to best-in-class vendors for your client, curated by Compass agents. A marketplace where you will find a list of vendors that you can trust and you can recommend to your clients. Think contractors, think interior designers, think moving companies. So in 2019, based on your feedback, we are going to build this marketplace for you. Now, I'm actually really, really excited about this idea. And the reason is because I do really think that this is the future. I think this is a future where your role goes beyond the transaction. It's a future where you are in control, you are in charge of the entire real estate ecosystem, and where Compass is more than just a brokerage. I think this idea of yours actually has the potential to transform not just Compass, it has the potential to transform the industry. And it has the potential to put you at the forefront, you, the agent, at the forefront of this transformation. That's it for today. I want to finish the way I started. I want to finish with what I believe to be the most powerful word in the world: thanks. I want to say thank you to our amazing staff who our staff who works every day to make your idea, your vision, your feedback a reality. And I want to thank you one more time for being here, for giving us this vision and these ideas that fuel the Compass future, that fuels our future together. And I can't tell you enough how lucky I feel to be working for you. So thank you. All right. So now I want to welcome back on stage the best business partner I've ever had, and my friend, Robert. You're gonna nod good.
All right, how many of you dream big? Come on. Like you, I dream big. I've been dreaming my entire life, always thinking about the future. And I know I've shared with you a lot of my dreams over the years, but I don't think I've shared with you my biggest dream. My dream is to create the most inspirational company in the history of this country, and then the world. Inspiration is the fuel behind everything good that's ever happened in my life. And I've been searching for it as long as I can remember. I started off very lucky with my mom, who raised me by herself, single mother. She was disowned by her parents for having an interracial relationship, if you could believe that, and abandoned by my father when I was young. But she didn't crumble. She didn't give up. She became an entrepreneur. She became an agent. And seeing her do the impossible every single day made me feel like anything's possible. Now, she was smart. She knew she didn't have enough resources to give me what she wanted. She didn't have the time, she didn't have the money. So she had me apply to 6 different nonprofits when I was young. They gave me an extended family. They gave me career development, college support, summer internships. They're the ones who told me to dream big when others told me not to. They're the ones who told me to apply to Columbia University when my own college counselor said, don't waste the money on the application fee. You'll never get in. But I applied, and I got in. And I remember getting to New York that first day, 18 years old, and I felt like I made it. I was there. I went into the subway to Times Square, got there around 9 o'clock, and I ended up staying there until 5 or 6 in the morning, until it got light out. Seeing all the people there running back and forth, it just made me feel like I could do anything. Like almost like I could retire. But I also felt very thankful for those organizations that helped me get to my dreams, my dream of being there in New York. And I made a commitment that night that at some point I would start a nonprofit to help other young people realize their dreams. Now, it took 11 years, but when I was 29 years old, I had enough of a network, enough resources, where I started a nonprofit called America Needs You, which helps students who are first in their family to go to college and below the poverty line, which was $19,000 for a family of 4. We gave them career development, college support, summer internships, the same things I got when I was younger. Now, we were serving hundreds, but I wanted to serve thousands. And so I started running a marathon to raise money. Unfortunately, I couldn't raise enough with just one marathon. So I ended up running 50 marathons, one in each state, to raise $1 million. Look, every one of these marathons, it made me want to give up. It's an amazing thing. No matter how fast you are, your mind is telling you to slow down, give up. You don't need to finish. But I got a bunch of energy from people that were running around me, people by my side, people in the front. But really, I had the most energy from people in the back, people that got in at night when there was no one there to clap. They were running for something deeper, pushing themselves beyond what they thought was possible. Then, still searching for inspiration, I ended up working in the White House. Unfortunately, I didn't find what I was looking for there. But I did find this amazing entrepreneur, Rory. And we met at an event called Academy of Achievement. It was a dinner, and we just randomly sat next to each other. And he had just created a company that Google bought. And so the CEO of Google invited him. And he was Israeli, my mom was Israeli. We kind of talked about that, and we stayed in touch over many years. Then he created another company, and he asked me to be a business advisor. So I did that, and he ended up selling it to Twitter. And that was inspiring to me because I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a part of progress. I want to be a part of making an industry better. And so I said, hey, Ori, how about we come together? You can hire the technology team, I'll hire the business team, and we could make real estate better. It's the largest segment of the global economy. And that's really how this all came to be. So you can see I've been searching for inspiration. I've had a lot of it. But more than anything else in my life, I'm inspired by you. And I want to share with you why. Your diversity inspires me. Real estate agents reflect the diversity of our communities. Religion, race, gender, age, sexual orientation. What other industry of this size is dominated by women? What other industry has hundreds of thousands of women making 6 figures a year? And really just pause for a moment and think. Try to find one industry where there are hundreds of thousands of women making 6 figures a year. What other industry encourages people in their 70s to keep growing, to keep getting better, and not pushing them out of their door? You know, my mom said something to me recently that really stuck with me. She said, "Thank you for creating Compass." And I looked at her like, what? You don't thank me, I thank you. That's weird. But she was serious. I remember exactly where we were. I was in my living room, she was on the couch, and I was on the chair. And she said, "No, I'm really serious. I'm 73 years old, and there aren't that many places that can make someone my age feel valued in the world. But here, I get to come to an office with a great manager, with great colleagues, They're all pushing me to get better, and I'm doing something that I really believe in. So thank you. I'm also inspired by your authenticity. This is one of the few professions where you can be incredibly successful being your authentic self, being just who you are. You know, I worked at a bank before, and when you go in the elevator, everyone was wearing like the same kind of suits, the same brand tie. I remember I saw the CEO grow a beard, and over the following weeks, a number of other leaders grew beards. So everyone was converging to the same person. But here in real estate, your clients like you just as you are. I've seen agents with tattoos all over their necks and arms in places like Northeast LA, Oakland, or Berkeley, and I see people that seem to be professional surfers in places like Malibu and Montauk. But their clients love them just for that. They want them to represent the community. Your commitment to your families inspires me. This is an industry of thousands of families working together. Husbands and wives, married couples, parents and kids. This is an industry of thousands of single parents, single moms and single dads. Because it's one of the few professions that gives you the flexibility to raise your children and also enough income to support them. Your entrepreneurial spirit inspires me. Real estate agents are the largest group of entrepreneurs in the country. That's a fact. 2 million strong. Every one of you chose not to make a salary. Instead, chose to make a bet on yourself, on your own potential. That with your hard work, with your creativity, that you'd be able to create a business. And I see you living the Compass entrepreneurship principles every single day. You dream big. You move fast. You're learning from reality. You're solutions driven. You're obsessing about opportunity. You're collaborating without ego. You're maximizing your strengths, and you're bouncing back with passion. If you lost a listing, you're just going to move on and get another one. Next year is always going to be better than this year. The impact of your work inspires me. Every day you're talking to your clients about their hopes and their dreams. You're helping them navigate through disappointments and disasters. You deal with life, you deal with death, you deal with a roof over their head. What other industry does the client invite you into their house, ask you to sit in the living room, and sometimes tell you things before they even tell their parents? I'm going to get married, I'm having a baby, I'm getting divorced. You know, the best image for me to reflect the impact of your work, you don't see it enough out there, but it's of a family in front of their new home and their faces beaming with pride. It could be a young family, just got married. It could be a family with a baby in their arms. It could be an older couple in front of their last retirement home. It could be that client that you had who saved for over 20 years, and you gave them the keys to their dreams. In every one of those instances, it's such a beautiful reflection of all the things they had to do to get to that place, and none of it was guaranteed, and all the possibilities for the future. You make that image a reality every single day. But what inspires me the most, particularly during this time, is your generosity. In the last 2 weeks, I've seen you come together and help people that have lost everything, people that have been devastated by the wildfires. I've seen you organize financial support. I've seen you organize power generators. I've seen you help people find temporary space. I've seen you bring people into your own homes. It's never been more clear to me that what you're in the business of, what you represent, isn't property. It's people. It's community. It's home. Every day, it seems I get an email from an agent talking about a nonprofit that they care about, that they're giving back to, asking if Compass can do more to support. I mean, check my email, literally, it's every single day. And given the number of agents in the country, it is possible that you're the largest group of local philanthropists in the country. I see you give back every single day. And today, we're going to announce a program I know you're going to be excited by. Responding to your countless requests, inspired by your generosity. Today, we're launching our national community program, Compass Cares. Going forward, 100% of transactions will result in Compass giving a donation. Every sale in your community will go back to help that community. I want your clients to know when they're working with Compass, they're working with a company that gives back. Now, you're going to be able to donate whatever you like, as little or as much as you want. And the money will be given proportionally to all the local offices. And the agents and employees in that office will decide where it goes. So this is going to be very different from those big national corporations where they decide where the money goes in the boardroom or in the executive office. And they give to a couple big organizations with big checks. They don't give to the local community because they're not in the local community. But you are. And nobody knows better how to serve a community and what the community needs than the agents who work there every single day. So based off the number of transactions that I expect we're going to do next year, we're going to donate $10 million to the community. But like you, I dream big. And I have a much bigger vision for how much we can give back. And I want to challenge all of you to commit to that same vision. That over the next 10 years, we give back collectively, together, $1 billion to the community. Now, I know some of you are probably saying, that's crazy. $1 billion, that's not possible. I promise you it's possible. And I promise you're going to look back 10 years from now, and you're going to say, we did it. And I know this, I'm 100% confident, not because of me, but because of you. This company, you can do anything that you set your minds to. I believe in you. Now, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I want the world to see the way I see you. To me, it's very simple. You inspire me, so if the world sees the way I see you, you're going to inspire the world. I want people to graduate colleges, the best colleges in the country, 5, 6 years from now, and say, why would I want to be a banker or a lawyer? I want to be an agent. I could start my own business. I can be much more creative. I will do something that's much more meaningful in people's lives, helping them with the most important emotional and financial decision in their lives. It'll be more fun. I want people, just an everyday conversation, to ask themselves, why is it that Hollywood agents and book agents get 10% of every deal, but real estate agents get only 6%? Should we be paying them more? I want people just to stop you in the street and say thank you for everything that you and your company are doing for the community. You know, real estate signs, they're more prevalent than Nike shoes in this country. They're literally everywhere. Imagine if every time someone sees a real estate sign, they see the same thing that I see when I see you. The largest industry of philanthropists. More women making more money than any other field. the most authentic and diverse entrepreneurs. People working with their families and for their families. People creating that image every single day of that family, could be old or young, in front of their house, face beaming with pride, and you gave them the keys to their dreams. When we create that world together, we will have made my biggest dream come true. And we will have created the most inspirational company in the history of the country and the world. Thank you.